Good afternoon, everyone. I hope all of you are doing good. So today we are going to start something that all of you hate and UPSC loves. You know, what is that? A part of algebra, we call it permutations, combinations, probability. You miss a class, you miss the topic. Simple as it is. You cannot go beyond one class. Suppose you do not attend today's class, you won't be able to understand next class. That's a very sure. Now, algebra has one portion. Second portion is AP and GP, that is called arithmetic progression, geometric progression. All right. And the third portion, which generally, people used to say, sir, ye kabhi nahi aaya. Generally, most of the people would say, sir, ye kabhi nahi aaya, right? It's called linear equations. And last year 2021 का पेपर देख के लोगों ने बोलना छोड़ दिया 3 questions from linear equations. So you just cannot say आएगा नहीं आएगा. You have to do everything, isn't it? So let's do it. The worst thing is permutations and combinations till 10th you have not touched. Now the issue is that permutation combination as a topic comes in 11th class and nobody studies in 11th class. Right, so it's a ruined topic for most of maths background students also, isn't it? Because 11th class is such a mess up. You come from 10th background, you have scored heavily in 10th, and you are suddenly a hero of the family. And 11th gives you a real picture because everyone scores in 10th, isn't it? किसी का 93 आया, किसी का 94 आया, किसी का 98 आया. But 11th is a class which actually is core basic class. Now when you are in 11th class, what happens? You get into sudden coaching scenario, every day 6 hours of coaching. So till 10th you haven't traveled anywhere, right? I don't think 10th तक कोई coaching रखता भी है या serious coaching नहीं होता है, isn't it? But in 11th class there is a serious coaching going on 6 days a week. You are going to coaching institute, you are young, you are adolescent, 15-16-year-old, isn't it? And you are going to coaching institutes and you are sitting with hundreds of students, right? And then there is one more problem. 7th day is Sunday and 7th day is a testing day. And this is what happened in coaching institutes generally. So, it's such a vicious circle that, things keep on piling. Agla hafta karenge, because of newfound independence, because of beautiful, somebody makes a girlfriend, there is a big circle of friends and the knowledge sharing comes. And as the knowledge sharing comes, it comes, a lot of vices would come. And 11th is ruined. Generally, 99% people ruin their 11th. And 11th is the most important basic class. Oh my God. Most important basic class is 11th. So then, when you land up into 12th, again, there is a board examination. So, the fear factor comes in. Thoda sa serious hota hai. Right? So, 12th mein aata hai probability. There's such a bad thing because probability is totally based on permutation combinations. और permutation combination तो किया ही नहीं है, isn't it? 11th तो किया नहीं हम लोगों ने. So how would you create that synergy? So क्या 12th में आया तो तुम लोग क्या करता है? Derivative, differentiation, integration. You don't know the meaning of differentiation. No, d by dx of x to the power n. That's it, isn't it? You don't know what is the meaning of integration. I don't think so. Many of you would be knowing it, right? Graphical meaning, logical meaning, why we need to do it, application of derivative किया, matrices किया, and suddenly again you will end up into a bracket of 80-90%. The story of Indian preparatory issues. कोई कोटा गया हुआ है, कोई दिल्ली आया हुआ है. So believe me, had it been a good synergy in 11th class, right, you generally are very successful. Even I sincerely believe if you want to crack any paper in 11th and 12th, after 12th class, if you study 11th and 12th only, good type booklets, so you can very easily crack any paper. Be it IIT. I started my career as an IIT teacher. Are you aware of it? I started my career as an IIT teacher, right, with a very big institute. But seeing the, मतलब जो व्यथा मैंने देखी बच्चों की, दुर्दशा, right, I could not bear it, frankly. So 3 years into IIT field, I realized no, this is not my field. You know, parents are ruined, children are ruined, and nothing is happening, and parents are just pushing their children to brink, isn't it? And then you realize you are so young, people make so many big mistakes. But now UPSC is, at least I find, mature, adult, interesting people from all backgrounds. है ना? Some of you are from arts background, some are from engineering, some are doctors. Now is the time when you have grown up and you have realized we made that mistake. है ना? How many of you made that mistake, 11th, 12th? Everyone does that. We were lucky guys, right? My father was, I'm from a very poor family actually. So they used to tell that, you do your graduation and that's it, do something. They never had that intention of, giving us coaching. No, if you're going to school, why coaching? Either you go to school or to coaching. I cannot afford both, right? So we turned out to be the coaching guys. Huh? So now, the biggest problem with permutations and combinations. Permutations and combinations. Every year, year after year, whether CSAT was there, whether CSAT was not there, permutation combination was their favorite topic. There would be 2 to 3 questions from this topic itself, right? And there would be a combination of a lot of data sufficiency being asked from permutation combination, right? So if you say what is the Hindi of permutation combination, so I would say simple, जुगाड़, right? किसी तरह आंसर लेके आना है. तो उसके लिए we need 2 or 3 concepts. First concept that really is important is where to use addition and where to use multiplication. That's the biggest problem. If you have been an engineer, if you have been a non-medical student, the biggest confusion was addition kahan pe lagana hai, multiplication kahan pe lagana hai. Agreed? Right? That's a very, very big issue. And it actually goes on till probability. Probability mein bhi hame nahi pata hota where to add, where to multiply. Am I right? Then the second biggest problem that comes is where to apply permutation and combination. Somewhere he uses P, somewhere he uses C, and you are outclassed, you are outthought, कि कहाँ क्या use करना है. Such a confusing thing, isn't it? And then what is the basic? Frankly, there is no basics. Basically, calculation is the only basic. Understanding of the concept is the only basic, right? And that is the reason this happens to be a most sought out class of your beloved teacher, Rishi Bhargava, right? A lot of people actually love this class. I'll start you from very basics, right? We do small problems. So you can raise your hand and say, sir, please help me on that part, right? I'll help you on that part. A lot of people tell me, sir, can we ignore this topic? Tell me if 10 questions come, what shall I do? Whole your life you would ignore me, isn't it? Because I would be the guy who would be blamed. So I don't know what they are going to put on in the paper. So I know linear equation never came in the paper. Last year there were 3 questions. AP-GP has not come in the paper. Last year there was a question on GP, geometric progression. Kare to kya kare? So let's do it properly. That's the reason this course is extensive, 150-hour course. करते हैं और आराम से करते हैं, ठीक है कि नहीं? And I have that styling. I don't believe in pushing. So guys, there are 2 rules that are important. First is principle दूसरा वाला हो गया ये तो है ना. Principle of multiplication. Principle of multiplication. Now listen, why do we multiply, where do we multiply is something that you have to understand, right? Why do we multiply and when to multiply? See, I say if we have 2 jobs that can be performed in M and N ways respectively. If there are two jobs that can be performed in m and n ways respectively, then number of ways of performing them in succession is m into n ways. Just make a note of it. I'll give you an explanation for this. So you have two jobs. One can be performed in m ways, second can be performed in n ways. The number of ways of performing them in succession would actually be m into n ways, right? Now, what do you mean by in succession? Anyone? एक के बाद दूसरा होना, which means, listen, the second job would depend upon the happening of the first job, doesn't it? Or listen, the best part, the keyword over here would always be and. First job and second job. First job and second job. All right, and. Now, and over here gives you a sense of succession. एक हुई फिर दूसरी हुई. First job and second job, which means the second job was dependent upon the happening of the first job. Clear? Right? Okay. I'll give you a beautiful example also, but just now have you written this? Right? And then there is principle of addition. Right? In addition, he says two jobs. First can be performed in m ways and second can be performed in n ways. There are two jobs, first m ways, second n ways. So, number of ways of performing either first or second job is m plus n ways. M plus n ways. So there are two jobs now. First can be performed in m ways, second can be performed in n ways. The number of ways of performing either first or second would be m plus n ways. So what is the keyword? Or. What is the keyword? Over here, your keyword would actually be or. Either first or second, which means both are independent things, isn't it? Both are independent, they are not dependent. Clear? Make a note of it, please, guys, all of you. Sir, give us an example. We'll do lots of examples. Actually, most of the questions in UPSC also can be sorted out with principle of addition and multiplication only. Clear? So, shall we proceed? So, listen, I say a class has 6 boys and 4 girls. A class has 6 boys and 4 girls. Number of ways of selecting, question number 1, a boy and a girl, and question number 2, a boy or a girl. A boy and a girl, a boy or a girl. Right? What is your answer? Yes. Now see, Yash has given us an answer. Sir, in first question there is and. The number of ways of selecting a boy is 6, selecting a girl is 4. 6 4s are 24, right? And in second case, sir, there is a question is sense of or 6 plus 4, 10 ways. But what is the difference between the first and the second? In first question, a pair is selected. A pair of boy and girl is selected. In the second question, only one individual is selected. Either it is a boy or a girl. Got my point? Okay. So there go either. First question itself will give you a beautiful clarity. See, one boy. So one boy and one girl, one boy and second girl, one boy and third girl, one boy and fourth girl, second boy and first girl, second boy and second girl, second boy and third girl, second boy and fourth girl, third boy first girl, third boy second girl. So and का sense आ रहा है देखो, third boy and first girl, third boy and second girl, third boy and third girl, and third boy and fourth girl, fourth boy and first girl, fourth boy and second girl, fourth boy and third girl, fourth boy and fourth girl. And का sense आ रहा है. Got my point? A boy and a girl. Are you getting it? तो अगर तुम सारा 6 का 6 boys का बनाएगा तो 24 combinations आ जाएगा. So now he was looking for a pair, he was looking for a combination, right? That is the reason, that is multiplication, right? And over here, it's a selection of just one individual, whether it's a boy or a girl. ये फर्क है. This is the difference. I hope now I make some sense. Probably you should actually make this diagram. Clear hai? Kindly make it. Now I hope you can differentiate what is the, see, you should not differentiate, sir, वहाँ and लगा था तो ये हो गया और लगा था तो ये हो गया. No, you should know what is the meaning, guys, isn't it? What is the meaning, guys? Those second question 10 selections, first boy or second boy or third boy or fourth boy or fifth boy or sixth boy or first girl or second girl or third girl or fourth girl. Got my point? So 10 selections हुआ. In first case, they were looking for a pair. Got it now? चलो one more question करें. Let's do one more. He says, question, he says, 7 people participate in a race. Number of ways, first 3 positions can be taken. 7 people are participating in a race. Number of ways in which first 3 positions can be taken. Tell me. Now, this question directly tells you that he has to fill 3 spaces, isn't it? He has to fill 3 spaces. There is no sense of and or, right? But don't you think if you make 3 spaces, 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3. So, first space, first position can be taken by any 7. First position can be taken by any 7 people, right? And second position can be taken by any 6. जो फर्स्ट पे आ गया वो सेकंड पे थोड़ा ना आएगा, राइट? एंड आई सेड फर्स्ट पोजीशन कैन बी टेकन बाय 7 एंड सेकंड कैन बी टेकन बाय 6 एंड मल्टीप्लिकेशन होगा, राइट? एंड थर्ड पोजीशन कैन बी टेकन बाय एनी 5. 7 into 6 into 5, sir, 210 ways. There has to be multiplication. There has to be multiplication. And behind the picture, if you say these are the 7 people, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6 and A7. So suppose A1 is here and A2 is here. So this can be filled in how many ways? 5 ways. A1 and A2 are fixed. So 5 bacha, right? Or 5 there, guys. Is it okay? Isn't it? Then you realize that, sir, A1 and A3 also would give you 5. Just pay attention. how this turns out to be such answer, isn't it? A1 and A3 would also give you 5, and A1 and A4 also gives you 5, and A1 and A5 also gives you 5, and A1 and A6 also gives you 5, and A1 and A7 also gives you 5. So listen, how many positions we have changed for this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this was it. This is 5 positions. See, I have shown you 6 positions. And this was for A1. What about if I start with A2? What about if I start with A3, A4, A5, A6, A7? So this position has 7 occupancies. That is the reason. Every multiplication is actually repetitive addition. Isn't it? Is it okay now? Clarity ये होना चाहिए. Clarity ये नहीं होना चाहिए multiplication कर दो. Clarity ये होना चाहिए कि how is it happening? So you may make a note of it if you don't know it, right? This is the way it is happening actually. Clear, guys? Why multiplication is really, really important? Clear? Okay, make a note of it. Don't worry. This is maybe the first time you might be doing it. But if you have done BC, I think you have done it in BC also. Syllabi, है ना? You might have done graph theory also, है ना? How was it? Did you like it? Because graph theory is totally based on PNC. Have you done it till 12th? Were you serious in 11th? You seem to be a serious guy. As the second guy I have met who was serious in 11th. You know who was first? And I used to take bribes to solve questions. Physics. I was so good at it. Physics and chemistry. People used to go to coaching and all. And I used to solve it just like that. Come, let me solve it. I think in 11th and 12th class, I scored full out of full in every physics paper I have given. So I was very good at physics. But you know, when I joined graduation, so you know, first year BSc, I was really inclined towards physics only, and I appeared for exam, final exam, and I had done so well. Everyone around me had actually cheated, and I got a reappear in physics. Everyone passed with good numbers. I got a reappear. I left physics. I said I'm not gonna do it again. Right? I cleared that paper, right? But then I picked up maths. So see this. So now we are a bit clear. So I ask a question. I say number of ways 5 people can stand in a queue. Number of ways 5 people can stand in a queue. So guys, how many number of ways? Yep. Right, see, you make 5 spaces, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. First space can be taken by any 5 people. First position can be taken by any 5 people. Second, 4. Third, 3. Second, 2. And last, obviously, the last guy would do that. Happening in succession. Happening in succession again. So it has to be multiplication 120 ways. 120 ways. I hope I'm a bit clear now. Happening in succession. Filling चल रहा है एक के बाद एक होना. Right? Okay? So now let's talk about what they generally, and see, it's a beautiful tool actually. We call it a parallel thinking tool, right? For example, have you written it, guys? Done? For example, I say find total number of 3-digit numbers. Find total number of 3-digit numbers. कितना होगा 3-digit numbers? वो तो डिस्टिंक्ट बोला ना, मैं तो टोटल पूछ रहा हूँ. नो 10 तो हो नहीं सकता. देखो फर्स्ट थिंग 100, 101, 102, 103 till 998, 999. These are all 3-digit numbers that you have. And I have told you, specifically told you, that whenever a number are consecutive numbers, so the number of numbers are minus the extremes plus 1. Extremes को minus कर दीजिए plus 1. So these are your 900 numbers. 900 numbers. अभी करते हैं. I'll do that. First is this. Whenever consecutive numbers are given to you guys, minus the extremes, right? So I say how many numbers are there from 21, 22, 23 till 89. How many numbers are there, sir? 89 minus 21 plus 1. Right? कितना आ गया? 20 minus किया 69 minus 1 68 plus 1 69 numbers. 69 numbers. ये क्लियर है? तो पहला फंडा कभी भी whenever you are given consecutive numbers, you need to find number of numbers minus extremes plus 1. ये क्लियर है? Right. Now let's talk about, sir, how would you do it in permutation combination ways. Now listen guys, all the numbers are formed by 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. These are the 10 digits that form all the numbers. Do you agree? So I make 3 spaces, 1 and 2 and 3. What do you have to do? What do you have to do, guys? You have to make a 3-digit number, right? So I would say first space, the 100th place can be filled in 9 ways. Why? 0 नहीं आएगा. First place won't have 0. Because if it has a 0, it's a 2-digit number, not a 3-digit number. That's the reason it's not 10 into 10 into 10. Isn't it? It's not 10 into 10 into 10, right? And then I say, what about second place? Second place would be filled in 10 ways because यहाँ पे 0 आ सकता है. Third again in 10 ways, यहाँ भी 0 आ सकता है. Your answer is 9 into 10 into 10, 900 numbers. One of the same things, but we used principle of multiplication. अगर फर्स्ट पे 0 आ गया तो 3-digit नंबर नहीं रहेगा. मेरा क्वेश्चन क्या है? व्हाट इज माय क्वेश्चन? माय क्वेश्चन इज फाइंड टोटल नंबर ऑफ 3-digit numbers, राइट? ठीक है गाइस, इज इट ओके? श्योर. सेकंड क्वेश्चन देखो. And then I say, now listen, how I experiment, how they experiment. He says, find total number of 3-digit distinct numbers. Find total number of 3-digit distinct numbers. Now, what do you mean by distinct, guys? लिख लो. आज के बाद डिस्टिंक्ट वर्ड सुनते ही नो रिपीटेशन. लिखो इसको. डिस्टिंक्ट माने नो रिपीटेशन. नो रिपीटेशन. क्लियर है? डिस्टिंक्ट नंबर्स, नो रिपीटेशन अलाउड, राइट? तो ये कितना होगा? नाइन इंटू 9 इंटू 10. बनाओ इसको. 3 स्पेस बनाओ. सी अगेन the classy thing is this only: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Now listen, 3 digits. So first place can be filled in 9 ways. Why 0 nahi aayega? Listen, 0 nahi aayega, right? But second place, how many ways? 9 again. Why? Because either 0 can come, but suppose A is the place over here, A won't come. 0 can come in the second place, isn't it? And third place, 8 ways. Why? Suppose A idhar aaya tha aur B idhar aaya tha, so A and B cannot come over here, so 8 ways. Because we do not want repetition, right? We do not want repetition. So it is 9 into 9 into 8, which is 6, 48. Yep, 648. So listen, 123 is a distinct number, 712 is a distinct number, 893 is a distinct number, 899 is not a distinct number. Repetition हो गया, repetitive number हो गया, isn't it? 103 is a distinct number, 100 is not a distinct number. Repetition हो गया, isn't it? 131 is not a distinct number. Repetition, right? Again, 111 is not a distinct number. 3 repetition. Distinct माने क्या है? No repetition, no repetition, no repetition, no repetition, right? So keep this thing in mind. Whatever I've written, I make some sense. That's the reason I've written it. अभी clear है सबको? पक्का? UPSC question. UPSC question now. See, he says find total number of 3-digit numbers having at least 2 digits repeated. UPSC. At least 2 digits repeated. नो, देखो 900 तो टोटल है, 648 डिस्टिंक्ट है. नो, व्हाट इज रिपीटेटिव? एटलीस्ट 2 डिजिट रिपीटेटिव मतलब 2 डिजिट रिपीटेड है या 3 डिजिट रिपीटेड है? माइनसिंग में गलती करेगा कितना? नो, या सिंपल एज इट इज. टोटल 3 डिजिट नंबर कितना है? 900 है. राइट, डिस्टिंक्ट कितना है? 648 है. तो टोटल माइनस डिस्टिंक्ट करेगा तो कौन सा नंबर बचेगा? Repetitive numbers. That's the reason I'd written it. I was very shrewd in writing those numbers. See, this is distinct, this is repetitive, this is distinct, this is repetitive, isn't it? So basically, now remember, UPSC gives you this question many a times. At least, remember guys, at least would actually be total minus distinct. How many total 3-digit numbers are there? 900. How many of them are distinct? 648. So how many are left? Numbers that are not distinct. What do you mean by not distinct? Which means repetitive. What do you mean by repetitive? Where 2 or 3 digits are repeated. Isn't it? Where 2 or 3 digits are repeated. So this would be 252 such numbers. Clear up? And you said 152. Minusing में गलती की है, हाँ? Right? So I hope now you have a clarity. देखो एक बात सुनो. Total 3-digit numbers would be equal to distinct 3-digit numbers plus repetitive 3-digit numbers. Total 3-digit numbers is equal to repetitive 3-digit numbers plus distinct 3-digit numbers. That is it, isn't it? So अपने पास total 3-digit number भी पड़ा है, distinct 3-digit numbers भी पड़ा है, तो repetitive 3-digit numbers क्या होंगे? Where at least 2 digits are repeated. अभी तो मान जाओ. Or you make cases. So if you want cases 1, 2, 3. So repetition over here and repetition over here, or 1, 2, 3. So repetition over here and repetition over here, or 1, 2, 3. Repetition over here and repetition over here, or 1, 2, 3. Repetition here, repetition here, repetition here. You may make cases also, but it would be a lengthy proposition. That's the reason you are getting 180 as your answer, isn't it? You are making cases, but I can do it this way also, right? So listen, for example, you say sir कैसे करना है इसको? So just writing number of ways. Listen, this can be filled in 9 ways. 0 नहीं आएगा, 0 won't be here. So whatever comes over here. So this is one way only. Whatever is here would be here, isn't it? One way only. And then this can be filled in how many ways? 9. यहाँ 2 पे repetition है ना, यहाँ पे repetition नहीं होगा. There are 10 numbers. 1 number is fixed over here, that is fixed over here also. So remaining is 9. So 9 into 9 is 81. 9 into 9 into 1, isn't it? Similarly, this would be 81. This would be 81. And how many are these numbers? तीनों digit repeated. 111, 222, 333, 444 till 999. 9 such numbers. Addition 243 plus 9, 252. But the whole holistic problem over here would be that if I say find total number of 4-digit numbers where at least 2 digits are repeated, you cannot make cases. It would be a lengthy proposition. So at least all the cases were total minus distinct. Write it somewhere, please. Total minus distinct. At least is total minus distinct. All good? I hope now you are understanding what UPSC wants, है ना? So clarity is there. चलो एक और करते हैं. Now I change the question. I say find total 3-digit numbers. Find total 3-digit numbers where exactly one of the digits, where exactly one of the digits is 7. Exactly one of the digits is 7. No. Again, you're making a mess of it. You're generalizing 81 into 3. है ना? Generally, BCA students are very good at this permutation combination because graph theory is the reason. No. No. A rough work यश कॉपी में ही कर ले. कोई बात नहीं, तो क्या हो गया? गलती करेगा तभी ठीक होगा ना. No. And you should not write in the exams on your hand. They may actually catch you and say, ठीक है, ध्यान रखना है. 777 के 3 केस बनेगा. पहले बताओ, एक इधर देखो सब लोग. Are you making 3 cases? Sir, 7 at 100 place, 7 at 10th place, 7 at unit place. Are you making that? First of all, you should make that. There are 3 cases. Now, exactly one digit is 7, right? So, make 3 cases, right? Make 3 cases. He is asking about total. So, listen, I would make 3 cases. First case 1, 2 and 3, 7 is fixed over here, or second case 1, 2, 3, 7 is fixed over here, or third case 1, 2 and 3, 7 is fixed over here. Fixed, right? Fixed. How many of you thought like that? If you have thought like that, you could have executed very well. Now he is asking about total. Yes, you have thought like that. Good. So first place can be filled in one way, only 7. Second, 9 ways. Why? Sir, 7 cannot come. Baki sara digit aa sakta hai, right? And third place again is 9. So 9 into 9 into 1, 81 ways. 81 such numbers. Clear? 81 such numbers. Clear? ठीक बोला? Then see, look at this now. Look at this. Never do this. 81 into 3. This is what you have done, right? Now look at this case. This is one way. What about 100 place? It can be filled in how many ways? 8 ways. Why? Brilliant. 8. Why? 0 cannot come, 7 cannot come. This was it. This was the turning point, right? And now this 9 ways, because obviously 7 cannot come over here. 0 can come over there, isn't it? 72. Right? And then third case again, this is one way. This would obviously be 8 ways. This would obviously be 9 ways. 8 into 9, 72. So this is 5, 15, 22, 225. 225 such numbers. We are doing permutations and combinations. Yes, I'm talking to you. You have come. Abhi aaya na? It's okay, no problem. You can always have a lunch with me. If you want, you can come over here. We'll have lunch together. At least you won't be late. Huh? Arey, nahin, don't be sorry. I know you guys are responsible adults. Don't worry. At least UPSC preparation aspirants, I know they are really serious. I understand they don't miss classes. That is the reason I train UPSC students. Because responsibility is both sides, hai na? And it's very tough living in this ecosystem because you have to have your breakfast, lunch, dinner also along with it. How many of you cook at home? Cook for yourself? None. Everyone, actually you cook for yourself. Otherwise, everyone is dependent upon all street food available. Huh? It's the kind of street food only that you have to take on, isn't it? One meal तो करना ही पड़ता होगा. कहीं पे भी खड़े होकर खा लिया है ना? नहीं? अच्छा टिफिन. हाँ? हाँ वो भी actually that's also street food actually. Frankly, you know, I am having 2 homes in Delhi. One is in Old Rajendra Nagar, one is in Kamla Nagar. But I have somehow managed kitchen. So that is something, you know, it's really important. The food is really shabby. But you can have a good taste for a few days and then, you know, you won't survive. Especially in summers. If you are first time to New Delhi, few things you should remember. Always wear a full sleeve in Delhi. Whether it's summers, very bad summers, always wear a full sleeve. full sleep. Why? मच्छर. यहाँ पे डेंगू चिकनगुनिया इतना जल्दी होता है. Second thing, never ever drink wherever you are eating. Suppose you are eating food somewhere, some restaurant, anywhere. Do not drink the water. Always have a bottled water. And if you have a genuine tendency of losing hair, it comes with, you know, it's hereditary also. Then do not wash your hair with Delhi water. Tips from someone who has survived Delhi for 9-10 years. I haven't lost my hair because I don't either wash every day, or if I wash it with Bisleri water. Yes, that's right. It would eat out all your hair. All right. Chala. Now, guys, find total 3-digit numbers where exactly one of the digits is 7. 225 cases. Now, I can change this question and I say question 2, find 3-digit distinct numbers. Find 3-digit distinct numbers with exactly one of the digits as 7. Now there is exactly one of the digits which is 7. Exact one digit should be 7. But first case was distinct, total. Now I am asking distinct. No repetition also. Got it? But now 3 case banega. Kindly I encourage you to make those 3 cases here, guys. Come on, make those 3 cases and do it by yourself. This is something cannot be taught. Dr. Saab is wearing so many rings. Huh? One ring is for anger management. Huh? Second is for Mangal. What's your name? Ashish. Coming for the first time for live classes? Good. You have been taking recording sessions before? How far you have gone for recording? Kitna kar liya recording? Okay. Good to see you. Keep on coming, please. Okay. 209. 216. Again, you have generalized it because into 3 ho raha hai. Don't generalize it. You should be smart enough now to understand you don't have to generalize. If you are doing 216, which means you have done it into 3, which means 72 into 3. That's wrong. Wrong. Case to same ही है. I think you just have to adjust, simple as it is. Cases though I think obviously are same. Now listen to me. See this? 1, 1, 2, 3, and 1 and 2 and 3, and 1 and 2 and 3. So 7 fixed over here, 7 fixed over here, 7 fixed over here. Cases the same, eh? Right? So now listen, but it is that you won't distinct, which means no repetition. So listen, this can be filled in one way, and this place can be filled in how many ways? 9 ways. Why? Because either 7 nahi aa sakta hai, and this place can be filled in 8 ways because either ये दोनों नहीं आ सकता है, isn't it? The two places, first and second, 100th and 10th place पे जो आया वो नहीं आएगा. So obviously 1 into 9 into 8, 72 ways. First thing is clear, and then you suddenly do 72 into 3. I don't like it, right? Because now see the difference. Now guys, this is one way, but over here, listen, over here, see, 7 cannot come, 0 cannot come, 8 ways. Isn't it? And then listen, how many would be this? This would again be 8. Why? Because 7 cannot come over here and 0 can come, but a digit that has come over here cannot come. So 8 into 1, 64. Distinct hai na? So repetition not allowed. That's the reason I'm saying. See this? They go 1, 2, 3. 7 is fixed over here. One way. This can be filled in 8 ways. Why? 7 cannot come over here. It is just one appearance. 0 cannot come over here. 7 तो आएगा ही नहीं, और डिजिट भी रिपीट नहीं होगा. देखो तो ये ठीक है, यहां 1 वे, ये 8 वे. अब इधर देखना फिर से, this place 7 won't come, a digit A that has appeared in the first place cannot come, but 0 तो आ सकता है ना. 0 can come, which means again -2. 10 में से 2 ही माइनस हुआ, तो 8 into 8 into 1, 64. Similarly, this would again be 8, 1, 64. So total 200 such numbers. ये प्ले तुम्हें करना आना चाहिए. यूपीएससी is asking it again and again and again, isn't it? This is a play that you have to sort it out. See the difference between these two. See the difference between these two. This is 1 into 9 into 9. This is 1 into 9 into 8. This is 8 into 1 into 9. This is 8 into 1 into 8. अभी क्लियर है सबको? Please write it in your own words. अपने तरीके से इसको लिख लो. Question: how many distinct 4-digit numbers, exactly divisible by 3 can be formed using the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Using numbers 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. UPSC question. Now what is divisibility rule of 3? Brilliant. Sum of the digits should be an exact multiple of 3. So now you are given 5 numbers. Out of those 5 numbers, you have to choose 4 जिनका sum 3 का multiple हो. That is how, if you choose those 4 numbers, sum of those numbers is a multiple of 4. Then any digit that would be formed by those numbers would be exactly divisible by 3, isn't it? Suppose I choose 1 and 2 and 3. So any digits I form from this 1, 2 and 3 would be exactly divisible by 3. Why? Because 1 plus 2 plus 3 is a multiple of 3. इससे कोई भी digit बनेगा. Exactly divisible, sir. Exactly divisible, sir. Isn't it? 2, 1, 3 exactly divisible. 2, 3, 1 exactly divisible. 3, 1, 2 exactly divisible. 3, 2, 1 exactly divisible. All of them are exactly divisible by 3 because the sum was exactly divisible by 3. So now you have to pick up those 4 numbers whose sum would be exactly divisible. Tell me, what are those 4 numbers? I could see it very easily. ये तुम उधर ही देखेगा तो मिल जाएगा, 5 ही तो है, उनमें से 4 उठाना है जिनका सम 3 का मल्टीपल हो यार, कोई बड़ा काम नहीं है। Either तो listen, either तो you don't pick 0, so only these are left, but 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 is 10, which means 0 तुम्हें pick करना ही पड़ेगा, right? So one thing I see, one thing UPSC sees is 0, 1, 2 and 3. इनसे कोई भी नंबर बनेगा, it would be exactly divisible by 3. And then don't you think, listen, 0, 2, 3 and 4, 2 plus 3 plus 4 is 9 plus 0 is 9. इससे भी जितना नंबर बनेगा वो भी exactly divisible होगा. Any other combination? No, 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 isn't it? There are 2 combinations only. 2 ही होगा guys, है ना? और तो कोई नहीं बन रहा है, तो कंपल्सरली 0 तो पिक करना ही पड़ेगा. 0 के साथ एक 0 1 2 3 बना, एक 0 3 2 3 4 बना, और तो कोई चल नहीं रहा है. नो अदर नंबर इज गोइंग. नाउ हाउ मेनी 4-digit numbers can be made by these guys? How many 4-digit numbers, distinct numbers, can be made by this? First place can be filled in 3 ways. First place पे 0 नहीं आ सकता. Second again in 3 ways, because second place पे 0 आ सकता है. Third in 2 ways and fourth in 1 way. 3 into 3 into 2, 18 such numbers would be formed, isn't it? And second case also, guys, second case also again 1 2 3 4, right? 3 3 2 1, 18 again. So how many digits are, how many numbers are there? 18 plus 18, 36 such numbers. They give you brilliant questions. Believe me, I haven't seen such beautiful questions anywhere otherwise. तुमने किया डिविजिबिलिटी रूल ऑफ 3, नंबर्स में पूछ रहा है, डाटा सफिशिएंसी में पूछ रहा है, एंड दे आर आस्किंग यू इन परमुटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन आल्सो. देखो, काइंडली राइट इट प्लीज. आशीष, गॉट इट? Got it? Yes, clear है. JP, Dr. Saab, I forgot your name. What's your name? Anamika. And yours? Simran. Full name Simran? अभी क्लियर है सबको? One more UPSC question, right? देखो, it says how many distinct numbers can be formed by using the digits 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. How many distinct numbers can be formed using the digits 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4? Distinct माने no repetition. No. Total माने repetition allowed. Distinct माने no repetition. That is the beauty, Ashish. That is where UPSC kills you. That's brilliant actually. That's good. ये तो सिर्फ यश तुमने 5-digit नंबर बनाया. डोंट यू थिंक 4-digit नंबर नहीं बन सकता? दैट इज व्हाट ही वाज सेइंग. आशीष सर कितना डिजिट नंबर है? कोई भी बन सकता है, बट 5-digit नंबर से बड़ा नहीं बन सकता बिकॉज डिस्टिंक्ट चाहिए, इजंट इट? So the maximum size of the number would be a 5-digit number. but it can be 4-digit number, 3-digit number, 2-digit number, 1-digit number also. See the beauty. Again, you are missing a point. Now listen, you say, sir, how many numbers can be formed? This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I say single digit numbers. Single digit numbers. Single digit number कितना बनेगा? 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ये भी तो distinct है. 0 is also number. Then I say 2-digit number. 2-digit number, so 1 and 2. This is can be filled in how many ways? 4 ways, isn't it? And this can be filled in how many ways? 4 ways. Why? 0 cannot come over here, 0 can come over here, the digit A that has been coming over here cannot come over here. So 16 such numbers. Why are you not considering 2-digit numbers? He says find distinct numbers. I haven't written 5-digit distinct numbers, right? Right, isn't it? 16? 261, I think you're right now. Okay. Then third, 3-digit number. 3-digit number. 1, 2, 3. This can be filled in 4 ways. This in 4 ways and this in 3 ways. 4 into 4 into 3, 48. You only did 96. That is a 5-digit number, isn't it? Then 4-digit number कितना होगा? 4-digit number. Obviously, it would again be 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 4. This is 4. This is 3. This is 2. 96. And the last one, 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. 96 again. That is where UPSC kills you. See, the beauty of this question, right? Most of you would answer 96 because you are thinking on only 5-digit number. But you know, he's saying distinct numbers. He hasn't given you anything. There, it cannot be more than a 5-digit number. फिर तो repeat करना पड़ेगा, isn't it? Now you add up 96 plus 96, 200 minus 8, 192. Now 192 plus 16, right? Plus 5 plus comes out to 261. You're right. Plus 48, isn't it? 261. See this beauty, Anamika, wonderful. 0 is also a number. It would be counted. You're absolutely right. Most of the people take 260. By 0 is also a number. Haven't you got 0 in any test? Haven't your parents told you once upon a life you are a 0? No, no, I have been told many a times and I love it. Because when you don't agree to them, they generally, you know, get angry and say, "Tum sala kuch nahi karega," right? "Tum 0 hai sala," isn't it? Haven't you heard that? You guys might be cute guys, you know, good people, good, you know, children, right? But generally, I used to do what I wanted to do. Simple, isn't it? It's such a vicious circle, na? That you guys. No, it is not that I don't respect my parents. Like my parents live with me only. We are 4 brothers. So I'm the second one. My parents live with me. But you know, when I was young, I just never wanted to go for a job. So they were behind my life. You know, do some job. You know, get some job, fill some forms. I never did that. Never ever. I knew I cannot work. Right. I sincerely, since my beginning of my career, I've been working for myself only. Yes, I work at a lot of places like this, but it is for myself only. You get such a ample of time to travel, ample of time to be with your family, isn't it? So I have always worked for myself. I had my fundas very clear at the start of my career. I knew that I cannot work for anyone. Secondly, I cannot work under a circumstance where you have a unique system of promotions where your promotion would depend upon the color of your hair, isn't it? I am not. I don't belong to that class where you get promoted only because you have attained certain ages. I would rather get a promotion on my own promises, on my own values. So I have never attempted UPSC also. Yes, you should know, all of you should know, because CSAT came in, that's the reason we came in. Otherwise, most of your teachers have attempted UPSC, they have attained certain goals in their life. Writing a main itself is a huge, huge aspect, or attending an interview again is something unique, isn't it? But I don't have any such credentials. Huh? Because aptitude teachers don't need to. So, abhi clear hai sabko? Now, what is the divisibility rule of 4? Last two digits are exactly divisible by 4. Now listen to me. He says find total number of 4-digit numbers exactly divisible by 4 that can be formed using numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. UPSC question. UPSC. Total number of 4-digit number is exactly divisible by 4 that can be formed using the numbers, using the digits, using the digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, guys. Now, what is divisibility rule of 4? Last two digits are exactly divisible by 4, and you need total 4-digit numbers, right? Obviously, you will have to make cases. How many cases? First of all, number of cases would 5. What about number ending with 0, 0? Huh? What about number ending with 44? Repetition is allowed. Yeah, total पूछा है तो repetition allowed है. Distinct नहीं लिखा मैंने. Distinct माने repetition not allowed, आशीष. So total माने repetition is allowed, isn't it? So I think there are 7 cases. देखो ऐसा पिक करते हैं. पहले 0 से शुरू होने वाला 0, 0, 0, 4. Agreed? Then starting with 1, number ending with 1 and 2. Number ending with 1 and 2. 1 से और किसी का combination बन रहा है? नहीं बन रहा. Then number ending with 2. 2, 0, 2, 4. Number ending with 3. 3, 2. Number ending with 4. 4, 0, 4, 4. कितना केस है? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cases. 8 cases. Right? अब बाकी रह गए रिमेनिंग 2 places. तो लोग बनाते हैं रिमेनिंग 2, 1 and 2. रिमेनिंग 2 places बनाते हैं. Right? अब रिमेनिंग 2 places में guys, listen to this. This can be filled in how many ways? कितना नंबर है? 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. This can be filled in 4 ways. Why 0 cannot come over here? 4 digit number बनाना है. 0 cannot come. So remaining 4 can come, and this can be filled in 5 ways. Any 5 numbers can come. Total पूछा देखो मैंने. Total number. I've asked total number. Isn't it? So see, 4 into 5, 20. And every number would have 20 such cases. And there are 8 cases. There are 8 cases. 8 into 20 would be there, which could come out to be 160. This is the level of UPSC, and I don't even think it is tough level. This is what they are asking you. Check out all previous year questions. These are all PYQs that I have done. अभी तो clear है? Clear है? All of you? See the classiness of these guys, right? Really, believe me, this is classiness. Literally, I find this to be very classy. अभी clear है सबको? And you know something? We haven't touched permutations, we haven't touched combinations. And we have sorted out so many questions without it. Breathe. I told you, this is one topic nobody has expertise with. I haven't seen. I teach at some places where a lot of IITians come. They would also sit in especially for these classes. Sir, ये ढंग से नहीं किया था. Yes, I must tell you this. I don't know, most of you, you know, the CSAT is something which probably many of you don't understand that how important it is. Now, there are few aspects, you know, you are appearing for UPSC, you should be good at CSAT. Obviously, it's a qualifying paper, but I don't understand why you want to be an officer, right? And you should have a quality of an officer where you should not think of 1/3, you should think of the whole paper. Last year, last to last year, we have been telling people, don't think of 1/3, 1/3. You know, please don't think of it, right? Just think of one thing, that you have to be good at it. You have to have that officer quality, na? Officer should have every quality, isn't it? So why are you bothered about, you know, I should only think of 1/3? Secondly, you know, you people hate engineers. Many of you know, arts background, commerce background students, they think that they have come into here also. I have seen this general perception. You hate engineers and doctors, genuinely, because, you know, top rankers 1 to 100 mostly are engineers and doctors. Are you aware of it? Mostly. As much you hate them, one thing I must tell you, I teach at a lot of places, and most of the students who attend CSAT classes are engineers and doctors only, because they are intelligent. They understand that, you know, clearing CSAT is one thing, and gaining knowledge and clearing other tests is also one thing. I had a batch of 700 students at one place, you know, offline, 2 years back, when offline was a hit thing. And out of those 700 students, there were 38 IITians that used to come for class. They used to have every answer to every question, or maybe, you know, they used to lag somewhere. So I used to, you know, one day I asked them, I knew they were IITians, right? So I asked him, why do you come? You don't even require it. He said, no, sir. In this 4 hour of class, listen to the words of these people. Sir, in this 4 hour of class, even if we gain one or two valuable aspect, it is really sufficient for us. See the beauty. Hate them, right? But I must tell them, in case, doctors, engineers, they know how to work under pressure. Because otherwise, हम लोगों का BA वालों का BCom वालों का BCA वालों का syllabus is a yearly thing. And just pick up 10 year and do it. Nobody does it for the sake of knowledge. I won't see a lot of people going for arts, but for the sake of knowledge. There are the people, my own younger brother, he did arts and is doing very well in his life, but for knowledge sake. Right? But otherwise, genuinely, arts is, you guys yourself start thinking low about you. Arts is an amazing subject. Every subject. See, UPSC wants, India's best officers are UPSC officers, and they are asking you history, they are asking you geography, they are asking you polity, which means arts is amazing. That is the reason they are asking you. Feel good about it, right? Chalo. I hope this clarity would be good enough for you in your exam. And now let's talk about permutations and combinations. What exactly are these? Permutations and combinations. Within 5 minutes, you would get what is the difference between them, right? What is the difference between them? Now, first thing, permutations, all zigzag, every kind of zigzag, right? So basically, what is permutation? Permutations is arrangement. Right? And then what is combination? Combination is selection. So, sir, what is the difference between arrangement and selection? Right? Now, arrangement, order of the objects is a concern. In case of arrangement, order of the objects is a concern. Arranging कर रहा है तुम लोग, order change करेगा, ठीक है? But in case of selection, order is not at all a concern. कोई कंसर्न नहीं ऑर्डर का. क्यों? अभी देखो, तुम तीन सामने बैठा है, जेपी है, यश है, डॉक्टर साहब है, मेरे को तुम लोगों को क्लास से बाहर निकालना है. मैं बोला खड़े हो जाओ, get out of the class. I'm not bothered how you're sitting. So I selected all three of you. I said, stand up, get lost. I'm not bothered how you're sitting. Maybe JP can sit in between Dr. Saab and Yash, or maybe Dr. Saab can sit between you. I don't care. When I select, I don't bother about the order. Are you getting it? Right? I say, just get lost. You don't go, right? Just for the sake of it, right? So समझ रहा है? Selection. Team selection किया, मेरे को बोला I need 2 people for my team, right? So I say you 2 guys come. I'm not bothered how you are sitting, whether JP is here, Yash is here, or Yash is here, JP is here. How does that matter? In case of selection, order does not matter, but in case of arrangement, it does matter. How? So listen, I'll give you a beautiful example. So there is a woman called Aishwarya, and she has 3 boyfriends: Salman, Vivek, Abhishek. Right? So Aishwarya has 3 boyfriends: Salman, Vivek, and Abhishek. She wants to rank them. मतलब arrange करना है, right? So then all possible things would come. So she wants to rank 3 out of 3. 3 out of 3. So it would be Salman, Vivek, Abhishek, or Salman, Abhishek, Vivek, or Abhishek, Vivek, Salman, or Abhishek, Salman, Vivek, or Vivek, Abhishek, Vivek, Abhishek, Salman, or Vivek, Salman, Abhishek. 6 ways of arranging them. 6 ways of arranging them. All zigzag, 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 zigzag things she did. And she says there are 6 ways in which she can arrange these 3 people. All right. But if this was for arrangement, This was for arrangement. But if I say she has to select 3 out of 3, it's kind of same. I said, tum tino khada ho jao. Then I don't bother about how you are sitting. Why should I bother? If I'm picking you 3 up for my team, I'm least bothered what is your order. So in that case, there would only be one way. Why? Because one way. Why? Because all other are different orders and in selection order does not matter. Katab, whether it is Salman, Vivek, Abhishek or whether it is Abhishek, Salman, Vivek, how does that matter now? In case of selection, I don't see that. Clear hai? So now are you getting it? The difference between arrangement and selection. लिख लो इसको. This love quadrilateral of Salman, Vivek, Abhishek and Aishwarya would teach you a lot of things in geometry as well. What is love quadrilateral? Love triangle, so you might have heard. What is love quadrilateral? And things have changed so much within 10 years of me teaching UPSC. First of all, I love teaching UPSC. I meet so many classy people over here. Really, you guys have something in you. It's not like it's very easy. It's not very easy. So every year 90% people just accept they cannot do it and run away. So if you are here, you are doing something, I'm telling you, you are good. Remember one thing, have a great feeling about yourself. You are good. Don't give 1 year to it. Give good time to it. Remember, UPSC is a test match. You don't lose a game with one bad day. There are 4 good days coming. Remember that. समझ आया कि नहीं? Right? It's a test match. Long inning play करना है. Then all the circumstantial problems that all of you have, everyone has. I want to clear it. I have responsibilities. My parents expect a lot from me, isn't it? This is one thing, expectations, है ना guys? Most of you have expectations from your parents. Every day they call you. हो जाएगा ना? बोलता है. But I am telling you, I am 42-year-old guy sitting in front of you. Still my parents have a lot of expectations from me. So don't worry. They should never, their expectations would never stop. Suppose you become an IS officer, then they would say, okay, now you have become IS officer, now marry someone. Once you marry, then they say have children. Once you have 1 children, they would say have second one. Right? Once you have 2 children, then they say have some land, build a house. Isn't it? And once you have a land and build a house, your children have grown up. And then you are in the same stage as they are today. Then you are pushing your own children to do something. Huh? They would never stop. So don't worry. Love it. See, this different perspective, isn't it? Love their expectations. That's brilliant, na? How do you get tensed out of it? I love it. Every day I have to talk to my pop. He is growing old now. And when they cross the 75 wala mark, na, I'm telling you, they become worse than children. So we have 2 problems at home nowadays. My pop, who is himself a child, and I have 2 grown-up girls who don't listen. My dad does not listen now. Girls don't listen. One of them is in 8th class, one in 10th class. They don't even listen. They said, you go. I don't want to talk to you. And you go to your dad and he says, you get lost. I don't want to talk to you. How would you do? And we come from such a background. Must tell you, I come from such a background. I'm from a village background. I was the other 2 weeks back. So I just scolded my daughter, younger one. And I just scolded her, right? And like she started weeping. Women have that, na? Weeping is like, huh? So she started weeping. So I said, why are you weeping? And my mom comes in and she thinks that I have given her a slap or so. And my mom slaps me. Krak! I said, why have you slapped me? She said, why did you slap her? I said, I did not slap her. So I at 42 got a slap from my mom, 2 weeks back in front of my children. And since 2 weeks, both of them are laughing at me. Both of them, whenever I come in front, I just try to threaten them or so. This is we are going to call Dadi. Right? So please love your parents, love the expectation. It's good, na? It would improve you. Never be tensed, right? It's okay. Who would expect anything out of you? Your parents only, yaar. Come on, right? So feel good about it. And remember, you want to crack UPSC, you have to have big heart. You understand big heart? Where you're not scared. Yes, courage. Think of where you messed up in your life while competing. Don't create that mistake again. Bas. Simple. Have courage. तो कहते हैं ना हम लोग पंजाबीज, only thing that we have is anywhere in the world you will find two things, potatoes and Punjabis. Yeah, that's true. That's really true. We are like, let it be. I'm like that. Let it be. देखा जाएगा. I don't take tensions. I'll teach you how to do that. How to meditate. कभी बात करेंगे, right? If you want to know how to meditate, do connect with me after the course, maybe sometimes when you have time, because you guys are busy. So meditation is something I can teach you, right? चलो अब ऐश्वर्या की बात करते हैं, right? Aishwarya wanted to rank 3 of her boyfriends. So how many ways were there? 6 ways. When she wanted to select 3 out of 3, how many ways were there? 1 way. Now see this. Again, Aishwarya, now she says, I've got like 3 friends, Salman, Baba and Abhishek and Vivek. And now she wants to arrange again. But she wants to arrange 2 out of 3. The number of ways: Salman, Vivek, Salman, Vivek, Abhishek, Vivek, right? Salman, Abhishek, Salman. When she arranges 2 out of 3, again there are 6 ways. But if I say select 2 out of 3, if she has to select, she would say Salman, Vivek, or Vivek, Abhishek, or Abhishek, Salman. Look. Because now see, these 2 would give you 1, these 2 would give you 1, these 2 would give you 1. Reason, we are not bothered about the order. So order consideration hai nahi hai. So obviously this Salman Vivek is actually equal to Vivek Salman in case of selection, isn't it? So how many ways? 3 ways. 3 ways. Abhi clear? I hope I have given you a very beautiful, clear picture what is permutation, what is combination, and you won't mess it. है ना? So when we select teams, we don't bother about how people are, what is the order of people. अब तो मानते हो ना सिलेक्शन में ऑर्डर मैटर नहीं करता है. अब तो क्लियर हो गया होगा, isn't it? Now listen to this. Let's go back. Keywords. Most of you go by the keywords. So arrangement, order or ordering of objects. उनको ऑर्डर करना, ऑब्जेक्ट्स को ऑर्डर करना, right? Questions generally with, guys, questions of numbers, questions with alphabets, they are all arrangements. एक कीवर्ड है अरेंजमेंट, ठीक है कि नहीं? इसका हमेशा कीवर्ड रहेगा अरेंजमेंट. बट इधर देखिए सिलेक्शन, इसके कीवर्ड्स हैं सिलेक्शन, right? Picking up of objects, selecting objects, picking up of objects, team formation हो गया, team formation, committee formation हो गया, right? ये कीवर्ड्स हैं. यहाँ पे लीनियर अरेंजमेंट लिख लो, now whenever you have selection or these keywords you use combinations, and whenever you have the other keyword you use permutations. So easy. Clear? अभी clear है सबको? हाँ? So now let's talk about it. First thing, most of the time I realizes that our booklets used to start from permutations and then they used to go to combinations. But I would do reverse. Actually पहले combination होना चाहिए फिर permutations होना चाहिए, right? So now listen, combinations. Combinations, right? Now first of all, you have to know what is NCR. It is n factorial upon r factorial n minus r factorial, right? NCR. This is the definition. Notation है, definition है. NCR is called binomial coefficient. I don't care. You should be able to solve it. I hope you know what are factorials, guys. What is 5 factorial? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, right? And what is 0 factorial? 1, right? Okay, and then see, 5 factorial can also be written as 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So can I write this as 5 factorial is 5 into 4 factorial? Can write that, isn't it? Which means your n factorial can actually be written as n into n minus 1 factorial, where n belongs to natural and 0 factorial is 1. So the beauty of factorial is factorials are only defined for natural numbers. Factorials are always defined for natural numbers. ये लिख लीजिए. No, देखना अगर तू यहाँ पे 1 पुट करता है, see 1 is the last natural number, smallest natural number, so 1 factorial is equal to 1 into 1 minus 1 factorial. So 1 factorial is 1 is equal to 0 factorial. सिर्फ और सिर्फ 0 factorial ध्यान में रखना 1 है, though I think it is a mathematical idiosyncrasy, right? Because I don't think you are you aware mathematicians do not win Nobel prizes. These are few things, 0 factorial 1 अपने आप बना लिया हम लोगों ने. Factorials use करना था, isn't it? But now you cannot make 5 by 2 का factorial. So remember the beauty of this. I think हम लोग ना ये चीजें ना पढ़ते नहीं थे, when we were students. जब तुम फॉर्मूला पढ़ते हो ना, फॉर्मूला के साथ जो चीजें लिखी होती हैं वो ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होती है. So you say n factorial is n into n minus 1 factorial. You haven't read n belongs to natural. तो पेपर में जाके तुम क्या कर रहे हैं? 5 by 2 factorial is equal to 5 by 2 factorial. See, 5 by 2 times 3 by 2 factorial, right? Come on, this is not possible because it only works for natural numbers. So 5 by 2 का whole factorial does not exist. Define ही नहीं हो सकता है. क्यों? Factorials are always defined for natural numbers and 5 by 2 is not a natural number यार. यही प्रॉब्लम है. Next class is on Wednesday. Remember that. Next week you have to come on Wednesday. All of you. Okay? So I'm taking one more day out of your schedule. otherwise it used to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but next class is on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, इस तरह चलेगा. All right, so that we can push a bit. I hope you guys don't have classes at that time. नहीं है ना? पक्का? All of you? अभी clear है? हाँ? So now listen to me. Point number 1, combinations pointers. I promise you, I'm giving you points on combinations, points on permutations, points on probability. Questions उसी में से आएगा. वादा. ठीक है? So be very genuine and smart, right? First, point number 1, if we have n distinct objects, if we have n distinct objects and we need to select R objects and we need to select R objects, then number of ways are NCR, which is n factorial upon n minus R factorial R factorial. R and n both are natural numbers. ठीक है, कुछ भी हो सकता है, करते हैं बात, डोंट वरी. Now keywords. Now please, every definition has keywords. पहला बात, distinct objects, important. NCR is applied only for distinct objects. NCR is applied only for distinct objects, right? And दूसरा, selection. Selection. दो keywords हैं, right? Example, I say you are offered 7 subjects and you need to choose 5 subjects. Number of ways. You are offered 7 subjects. Out of 7, you need to choose 5. N क्या होगा 7? R क्या होगा 5. So number of ways 7C5. 7 factorial upon 5 factorial. 7 minus 5 factorial. Listen, it is 7 factorial upon 5 factorial 2 factorial, which is 7 into 6 into 5 factorial upon 5 factorial 2 factorial. Cancel, cancel. 7 factorial के लिखा 7 into 6 into 5 factorial. So what is it? See, 7 into 6, 42 by 2, 21 ways. 21 ways. Clear है? So एक basic example है. This is one basic example. है ना? Shall we move? See what UPSC does after that, right? अभी UPSC क्या करता है उसके बाद ये देखते हैं. Right? So see this. You have to choose 5 subjects out of 7 such that 2 subjects are compulsory. दीजिए कितना वे होगा बताइए. सात में से 5 चूज करना है, बट 2 आर कंपल्सरी। यार देखो, when you were in 10th class, Hindi and English were compulsory, right? So there is no choice. 7 हैं जिनमें से तो कंपल्सरी है, 5 चूज करना है। तो डोंट यू थिंक इट इज 7 - 2C, 5 - 2, 5C3, 5 में से 3 चूज करना है। हिंदी और इंग्लिश तो है ही है, वो तो लेना ही है, राइट? तो बचा कितना? 5 बचा, उसमें से 3 चूज करना है, राइट? 5C3 वुड बी 5 factorial, 3 factorial, 2 factorial, which is 5 into 4 into 3 factorial upon 3 factorial, 2 factorial, cancel 20 ways। इतना टेंशन है? क्लियर? हाँ हाँ, 10 आएगा सर, ये कैंसिल हो जाएगा, isn't it? 10 ways। ठीक है, एक और करें क्वेश्चन। You have to choose 5 subjects out of 7 subjects, but you don't like one subject। Number of ways, एक सब्जेक्ट पसंद ही नहीं है तुम्हें। $65.6। So now you don't like a subject, so you would just ignore it। तो बचा कितना? 6 बचा, 5 चूज करना है, 6C5, 6 में से 5 चूज करना है। Got it, Ashish? 6C5, and if you open it, this will come out to be 6 ways। Right? This is what UPSC gives you। confuse है ना? एक और करें यूपीएससी क्वेश्चन। हाँ, see this, बोल रहे हैं आउट ऑफ 16 players 9 players are to be selected for a game such that 4 players are never selected and 5 players are always in the team। $35, I don't know the answer। One way। Now see, he says 5 are always selected। So देखो, 16 में से you have to choose 9, but 5 are always selected, which means 11 में से तुम्हें 4 पिक करना है। 4 तो हमेशा selected है। Sorry, 5 are always selected, 5 are in the team। See, Sachin has to be there, Dravid has to be there, isn't it? And Sehwag has to be there, VVS Lakshman has to be there, Saurabh has to be there. तो 5 तो मैंने काउंट करवा दिया, तो 5 रहेगा टीम में, राइट? तो बचा कितना? आउट ऑफ 11 4 आर टू बी सिलेक्टेड. उसके बाद होता है 4 प्लेयर्स आर नेवर सिलेक्टेड, ये 4 में से कभी सिलेक्शन नहीं होगा. तो बचा कितना? 7C4. 11 में से 4 और माइनस कर दीजिए, ये कभी भी टीम में नहीं आएगा, राइट? 7C4 which is 7 factorial upon 4 factorial 3 factorial which is 7 into 6 into 5 upon 3 into 2, कितना? 35. Very right, 35. This is, see, I don't know, you cannot be taught this. It's so easy. How can I teach you these things? है ना? ठीक है, और क्या जाए? And none of this is my question. That's the beauty. They have appeared in so many papers because genuinely, people hate permutation combination, right? So they keep on banging you with a lot of questions. Yeah, even state exams also, direct questions would come from my notes. तो तुम ये notes बना रहे हो, and if you are good at it, I am telling you, direct question आता है. You'll get a direct question from here, right? One more, let's do one more. हाँ, देखो ना, out of 16, 9 were to be selected, but 4 are 5 players are always there in the team. So फिर तो यही हो गया 16 minus 5, 9 minus 5, which means 11 में से 4 players are to be selected. But out of those 11 players, 4 would never be considered. So only 7 would be considered. 7 out of 4 out of 7 has to be there. Simple logic, right? चलो एक और करते हैं. He says there are 4 women and 3 men. A committee of 4 people is to be formed. A committee of 4 people is to be formed such that it has at least 2 women. Find number of ways. A committee of 4 people has to be formed having at least 2 women. Find number of ways. कितना number of ways होगा? करके देखो यार guys. Are you bothered by noise? I don't know. $28. How many of you are bothered by noises? You have no focus when you hear some noise or something. You have it? Anyone else? Be very shrewd about this part. Most of your exams would happen on Sundays. They happen in government schools, government colleges. and most of the Indian lower class, middle lower class marriages happens on Sunday daytime. They don't do evening wedding. Most of the weddings, low or middle lower class, would always be daytime wedding. So I have heard of such instances. Then you go for an exam, and there is a marriage party alongside. You cannot stop it, but you cannot waste a whole year also. So please, don't be bothered by noises. It's okay. Let it be. Your focus should not, dwindle. Remember that. Then 28. There go. Now listen, at least two women. Now this is important, right? At least two women. So case one, where there are two women and two men, or case two, where there are three women and one man, isn't it? Or case three, where there are four women. तीन केस बनेगा. See, and now listen, फिर से देखना, please pay attention. Two women and two men, or three women, one man, or four women. Why? At least two women. At least two women should be there. At least two, which means if you translate it into Hindi, कम से कम दो women होना चाहिए. ठीक है, which means दो या उससे ज़्यादा होना चाहिए. Right? Right. So now two women 4C2 and two men into 3C2. See, and माने multiply, and माने multiply, right? दूसरा केस, three women, sir, 4C3, one man and one man, 3C1. And last case, four women, 4C4. Add them, you'll get your answer. 4C2, see, it is 4C2 into 3C2 plus 4C3 into 3C1 plus 4C4. 4 factorial upon 2 factorial, 2 factorial. 24 6 इंटू 3, ये हो जाएगा 4 इंटू 3 और ये 1, 18 जमा 12 जमा 1, 31, 31. Solving is your choice, not mine. It's your cup of tea, not mine. Over there also you would have to solve it. These are small things that come, so you should be able to solve it. You should be capable enough to solve it. Shall we proceed? Shall we proceed? चलो लिख लो एक बार. चलें बड़े. Shall we, guys? Now see. He says Aishwarya has 10 friends. She wants to invite 6 out of them for a birthday party. So she has 10 friends. She wants to invite 6 out of them to her birthday party, such that Salman and Vivek do not come together. Find number of ways. How many ways she can do it? Such that Salman and Vivek do not come together. do not come together. One way is, remember, do not come together would actually be total minus when they come together. One way of solving it. Do not come together would be total minus when they come together. Do not is do. See, do not is total minus do. लिख लो, do not is total minus do, isn't it? So total कितना है? 10C6. 10 में से 6 लोग को बुलाना था. If they come together, listen. If they come together, 2 players are selected, which means 8C4. 2 subjects are selected. 2 subjects are already selected. तो 2 friends तो आ ही गया, तो बाकी 8 में से 4 को select करना है. One way, right? ये लिख लो इसको. Do not is total minus do. Clear? है ना? Or you want to make cases, you can make cases also, right? Suppose you say, sir, case 1, sir, Salman bhai comes, then Vivek won't come. So if Salman bhai comes, one of the guys have arrived and Vivek won't be coming. So कितना बचा? 8C5. Wrong, not 9, 8. 10 friends थे, सलमान तो आया, एक गया, विवेक आएगा ही नहीं, तो 8 ही बचा ना. 8 में से 5 सेलेक्ट कर. Got it? That's the reason I'm doing it. ठीक है कि नहीं? मैंने बोल दिया सलमान तो आ गया, सलमान तो आ गया, तो अब 9 में से 5 बचा. ठीक है कि नहीं? बट विवेक आएगा नहीं, अब 8 में से 5 बचा. वो सेम सब्जेक्ट्स वाला ही चल रहा है ये. ठीक है कि नहीं? है ना? अगेन सेकंड थिंग, सेकंड केस, सलमान भाई डज नॉट कम, विवेक कम्स. अगेन इट इज 8C5. Salman does not come, it's over, which means Vivek is coming, isn't it? यार 2 दोस्त तो चला गया ना 10 में से, सलमान भी गया, विवेक भी गया, एक आ गया, एक चला गया, तो बचा 8 ही ना. 8 में से 5 चूज कर लो. 10 थे, सलमान नहीं आया, 9 बचा, विवेक पक्का आएगा, 8 बचा, 8 में से 5 चूज कर लो. ठीक है कि नहीं? राइट. एंड थर्ड केस भी होगा यहाँ पे, दैट इज इट. सलमान नहीं आया, विवेक भी नहीं आया, दैट इज ऑल्सो ट्रू. व्हेन सलमान एंड विवेक डू नॉट कम टुगेदर, दोनों ही नहीं आते, तो उस केस में क्या हो जाएगा? 8C6. 8C6 हो जाएगा. अब इसको ऐड करोगे तो द आंसर वुड बी सेम एज दिस. दोनों का आंसर सेम आएगा, डोंट वरी, यू वुड गेट सेम आंसर बोथ साइड. I think आज के लिए it's sufficient, because even seeing this recorded video would also be very tough, isn't it? I know this is something very new, but I hope that you would I hope you have understood what I meant to say. The difference between permutation and combination is something that you should know now. You should understand it now, and they put very basic questions. Believe me, ये जितना भी मैं तुम्हें करवा रहा हूँ ना, सब इसी में से आ जाता है. Very simple basic questions are asked, and these are all UPSC questions. So in a group, how many of you are in a group? The group WhatsApp group में कितना लोग हैं? So most of the time they ask you PYQ. I think most of the time in a class I do a lot of PYQs, right? Because you should understand the flavor of what they are going to ask. And please, be very open-minded in terms of, sir, I did not understand. But I would suggest that for this valuation of yours, I need 1 or 2 more classes on permutation combinations. Then you can, fight on that valuation, whether you have understood or not. Isn't it? And believe me, it's really, really important to say, sir, I haven't understood, I need help. Probably it works really well. All right. Because I sincerely believe we had that courage in 8th class, or maybe in 9th class, or maybe in 10th class, we could have been totally different. We just kept with the flow. Some kept with the flow, some kept with the fun, isn't it? Chal, chhod yaar, kya farak padta hai? Isn't it? So now, you realize that you are at a juncture where, you need to know everything. But I think you guys have got good learning capacity, being graduates, postgraduates, and UPSC itself is so beautiful. I've seen that, people, those who have prepared really well for UPSC, they turn out to be really good. Because at the end, you realize the seats are limited. So they generally crack some paper or another. I am sure about it. Because a lot of kids are associated with me on Facebook. Now I'm not very active on Facebook. 4 or 5 years back, I used to be very active. So I keep on seeing that, many get selected in state service exams. Many get selected in other government jobs also. Good respectable jobs as well. If you are sincerely pursuing UPSC, the blessing is that, your GS would be so strong that you would crack any paper. And if your CSAT is good, your any apti paper you can crack. Believe me, most of the results with SSC toppers, they are generally UPSC aspirant. Are you aware of that? And when this paper was not a qualifying nature, are you aware when this is not a qualifying nature? When there was a time when CSAT was not qualifying, so people used to score heavily. So you really used to work very hard on CSAT. Then they were able to clear CAT also. I know a few people, those who have cleared CAT while preparing for CSAT. Such a beautiful advantage. Clearing SSC, clearing, other papers. See, I don't like banking exams in terms that that job is something not suitable for your kind of aspirations. I don't know whether you know this thing or not. I cannot live my life working in a bank behind a counter, especially banks like SBI, Central Bank. I just don't know, it has such an effect on you that after 2 years of working in a bank, nationalized bank, all you look for in your life is having 2 samosas and 3 chais and bothering other people. I just don't understand why, these nationalized banks people, they just don't want to work. Most of us are so scared, privatization is happening. So when privatization is going on, there is always a lot of, revolt against it. Why? I think probably privatization can be good also. But now people are scared because they don't work. That's it, na? Government jobs basically hai kya? Right? You want to be a government teacher because salary is awesome, but you won't put your own child in a government school. Such a shame. Am I right? Nobody wants to be taught, you when you grow up, you become IAS officers, IPS officers. Would you teach your children to go to government schools? No. Why? But you want to be a government teacher, it's a highly paid job. So everywhere down the line, the payment thing gets, gets stuck up into mind. And second thing, is such a comfortable job. पढ़ाओ या ना पढ़ाओ, क्या फर्क पड़ता है ना? So please don't seek such jobs. Don't seek such career. Don't seek such values in your life. It's a very wrong value that you would carry to your own, future generations. Let's improve whatever we have, our generations, previous generations have done. That was their choice. At least you guys can improve. And with such beautiful qualifications that all of you have, probably, we stand a good chance that everywhere there is an improvement. Hai? Chalo guys, thank you so much. God bless you all. Just don't revise this chapter, but don't open the assignment right now. Give me 1 or 2 more classes, then you can open the assignments. What we are going to do is that after finishing this, finish up the assignment. Once you finish this chapter and finish the assignment, I think near about 60-70% of pain would be gone. Right? Thank you so much. God bless you all. Please stay safe, right? And pray to God that there is no war. Huh? Thank you so much. Because then syllabi would increase. You may have to cover 1 more war. So for UPSC aspirant, it's really important that there is no war, because then you have to think of what is Russia, what is Ukraine, why Belarus is attacking, what are the areas that are affected in Ukraine and all that stuff. So pray to God that it does not happen. Maybe World War III may be in your syllabus very soon, huh? God bless you all. Thank you. See you.